Hello and welcome to the show both feared and revered by man and beast, the heliosblog. Today, Matt Walsh becomes RP aware and enrages womanists. Let's get into it.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
And stay over there. It is what it is, bro. Dog, with that pink shirt on, Mo looks like Mr. Krabs without the shell.
Oh my god.
That's actually kind of funny.
Oh my god.
WFNF L flagrant. Yep, that's true. A woman's life revolves in curves of emotions, but is upon lines of intellect that a man's life progresses.
Indeed.
All right, fair enough.
Oscar
Oscar Wilde. That's very smart.
Oh.
All right. So, okay, guys. As you guys know, Matt Walsh, a member of the Daily Wire squad, alongside Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro. So, basically, they're he's going trending on Twitter right now, or yesterday, for some comments that he made in a reaction to a video, which we're going to play for you guys right now in its entirety, and we're going to react to it, and then we'll open up the phone lines and we'll have a discussion on it, or whatever else you guys want to talk about. No girl show tonight, so it's just us in the house. Yeah, man. So we got the clip ready to go. Shout out to Bills in the back making shit happen. This is a woman who's going to talk about going on a date with a guy. As you can tell just from the way she's dressed, you can tell right away that she's super
Disaster.
left, right? Super liberal.
Are those her eyebrows?
Apparently, yes.
Oh god.
So
Butterfly
let's
eyebrows.
go ahead and see what she has to say, and then we're gonna watch Matt Waltz.
I love that she has a cat cup too. You can't make this crap up, guys.
action, and
It's like they made this girl and then marketed to her. Like, she's just a product of brainwashing, right? Brainwash and then sell. Like, just totally an idiot, a useful idiot. Okay, let's see.
and the Twitter craziness. Let's go ahead.
Let's go.
Guys, I went on a date this week and I felt the feminism
Disaster.
leaving my body. I live on the east side of LA, and if you
Noted.
don't know what that means, it's sort of like the artsier part of LA, you know? It's people say it's like
Why are you speaking with a lisp?
Brooklyn and New York. Like, so I go on dates with a lot of men and women who, you know,
Remember how I said girls just do what's in fashion? Well, there it is.
live over here. There's always a negotiation about who pays, and that's great. I like to pay for people, all that. But what I will say is that I sort of fell into going on a date with the most guy's guy I've ever been on a date.
Big surprise. You mean he was tall, strong, and handsome, and he's masculine, and you were attracted to him despite being a liberal hippie?
With, and he's from West, you know, Santa Monica. He's a bro, right? A guy's guy is usually not my type. Like, I cannot remember the last
It's Alpha Widow time.
time that I went on a date with like a straight bro, you know what I'm saying? But it befell me. It befell me in an organic fashion. So
Oh my lord. Yeah, so I would listen to one sentence from this girl and I'd be done. Like, zero interest.
I'm on this date with this guy, and the thing about a guy's guy is he's putting his card down. He's paying for everything, and I really it sort of activated something feral in me. I'm not gonna lie. He went to
That's not what activated the feral in you. He was attractive and handsome and tall and strong and masculine. And then he also was paying for stuff, which meant that he's doing the provisioning. So you fell into your feminine like you're supposed to as a girl, despite your brainwashing.
like another bar, and he was gonna go to the bathroom, so I was getting prepared to pay for our drinks because he's been paying all night. Of course I'm gonna pay for the next round. But as he's going to leave for the bathroom, he turns to me and he hands me his credit card and he goes, "Here's my card, get us whatever." It might be time for me to get away from all these, you know, liberal snowflakes on the east side.
You know what's funny, guys? You know what's funny? You can't escape it, right? Girls marry a lifestyle, right? And life is not easy, right? So, again, that's why they say get your money up, right? And if you're wondering, what does that mean? Well, I'll give you an analogy. Worker B goes and works 9 to 5. A person with entrepreneurial mindset, what they do is they spend their time building a spider's web that catches money even when they're asleep. You spend the time building the spider's web, and then you chill. And the spider's web catches the flies for you, then you go and eat them. Right? That's the principle. You got to build your spider's web.
Okay, now as difficult as this can be for me, I'm not going to get hung up on minutia here. The phrase, "it befell me in an organic fashion,"
disaster,
is not really English and doesn't make any grammatical sense. And
pause.
If I was single and someone uttered...
So, as you guys can see here, you got this raging feminist, right? You can tell from the way that she speaks, the tonality, the way she's dressed. This girl's a fucking feminist, right? Like,
it's not just that. It's not just that she's a womanist. She is a leftist, brainwashed puppet, a useful idiot for the left.
And these weirdos probably grows her armpit hair out, whatever the hell it may be. She goes out with a traditional conservative guy, and it's a whole new thing for her. You know, some on Aladdin shit, like it's a whole new world. You know what I mean? So, so she's shocked, right? And she admits that something in her, feral, right, comes along her. And what we said, women are hardwired to want a guy that's dominant and assertive, right?
Yeah.
No matter their social programming.
Well,
That's right. Again, women are biological creatures, right? And they're herd creatures, right? Anyway, let's move on.
Felled her.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. You know, I wonder about this video. Did he actually smash?
He probably did, bro.
That's what I want to know.
He probably did.
She would not be investing this time if he didn't smash. She's talking like an alpha widow, right? But she's talking like a girl in the honeymoon phase, right? At the very beginning of a relationship, when she's first banging the guy.
I'm like, bro, after all that, did he actually smash? So I don't know.
Probably did.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Now let's see what Matt's response is to this.
that sentence on a date in my presence, I would leave and never call again, and I also
Indeed.
wouldn't pay. But that's not the point. Now, as I mentioned, conservatives are generally celebrating this video because it supposedly shows how, in this individual case, traditional masculinity vanquished feminism. She even says that the feminism is leaving her body, which is indeed the kind of thing we love to hear.
Indeed.
But on the other hand, if I must be the guy who always finds the dark cloud inside the silver lining, it's hard not to notice that right now she only appears to be excited about the fact that the guy paid for everything. Yes, she's discovered a strange new respect for a guy's guy, she calls him. But at this point, all of that respect is based around the fact that she didn't have to pay for her own food or drinks.
Right, so what he's saying is that the guy led with his wallet. And if you lead with your wallet, it's done. You don't lead with your wallet. You lead with your masculinity, right? Not your credit card. Because then she sees you as a beta male. So actually, again, according to Roto Tomasi, when a guy leads with his wallet, what ends up happening is the girl strings the guy along for as much time, attention, and resources as she can get while sleeping with Chad. Because he is showing himself to be a beta male by leading with that. What he should have led with was a coffee date and just been highly masculine and waited for her to fall into the net, as it were.
If she is awakening to the bleak realities of feminism, so far she has only noticed that feminism is expensive for women.
Indeed.
And indeed, it is in just about every imaginable way. Now, there's nothing wrong with...
And it's especially expensive when you live in these super liberal blue
California.
cities like LA, New York.
Everything is upmarked, upcharged, and catered towards women, right? That cat cup was probably $30 US, but she paid it because, well, she's got to be on brand for her brainwashing, right?
New York City, Austin, Texas, San Francisco, the whole Silicon Valley. You know, all of these super woke left-wing cities are expensive, guys, right? It just doesn't make sense. And the problem is that taxes are high, the price of everything is high, cost of living, food, rent, everything is high. Even Miami's getting there now, you know? So, yeah, feminism is very costly.
Being independent isn't so good after all, huh?
Yeah.
The whole point of being independent is what? Independent from men, right? But why is this womanist, wokest garbage being spread? Well, it's being spread because it allows the government to tax two separate families. So what ends up happening is you import the immigrants, the men of the dominant culture marry the immigrants, the women of the dominant culture suffer and starve, or, you know, they become strong worker bees who get taxed and have their own property and buy stuff like crazy to fill the hole in their heart, but they never get a guy and they buy cats and boxed wine. And you tax that, then the men of the dominant culture have children with these immigrant women, have the next generation. In the next generation, the cycle repeats. The women of this pairing get brainwashed and leave and become strong, independent, and so on. So it's staggered reproduction, with the men reproducing with the immigrants because they are traditional, with the immigrant girls. That's my opinion anyway. Again, you guys let me know in the comments. Do you agree with this theory? Is this what a womanist, wokest culture does? Or are girls still marrying at the same rate and are still equally liked and married anyway, right? Just because they're women of the dominant culture. I'm inclined to disagree with that.
Yeah,
I wonder.
Go ahead, let's keep going.
A woman feeling impressed by and attracted to a man who can foot the bill without complaint. A man who appears to be financially stable.
That's just a beta male.
And a good provider. I mean, this is raw biological programming. Women are naturally attracted to providers. They should be. It's healthy and good. If you're a woman, of course you don't want a man who financially depends on you or asks you to go 50-50 on everything. She says at the beginning of the video that usually there's a negotiation about who pays, and she says, that's great. I like to pay for people. That's obviously nonsense. She doesn't like to pay. Not on behalf of a man, anyway.
Indeed. And actually, what's funny is if you see, like, girls going to dinner together, they'll split, and without any problems, because, you know, girls are collectivists, but the guy is expected to provide.
No woman does.
Facts.
Okay, I mean, it's one thing if it's like a gift, if it's a present, if you take him out
Yep.
for his birthday, but
Yep.
generally speaking, women...
Yeah, that's a gift is literally the exception to the rule. So 364 days of the year, the guy provides. One day, the girl gives the guy something. Obviously, that doesn't make the girl a provider, right?
Women they don't like paying for a man as a general principle.
Right. They do it as a what's it called? You know, as an act of kindness to show what a great person they are. They might do it, right? Once in a while. But they would never do it as a consistent behavior. Then they're taking the role of the guy.
On a date.
Notice, she said before she goes on dates with guys and girls. So who's she paying for mainly? Probably girls.
Girls.
Yeah. So that's a good point too.
And the guys go 50-50.
Half and half.
So
so it ain't that bad.
Yeah, and this is a perfect example of, like, you know, the hardware might change, but the software is always the same.
Yep.
Like, she's out here. And
Other way around. The hardware is always the same, but the software might change. The analogy is wrong.
This is the problem with a lot of these libs, right? Even the girl that we had on, you know, from the other day, the you know, the biggest catfish, bro. Remember?
Oh yeah, next to me,
bro. That was, by
God
the way, that was
damn.
crazy, bro. She looked like crap in person, but her photos made her
I
look
was
like
at
a
the
dime.
gym, bro. One of the guys knew of her, and I was like, bro, he can't believe that's her Instagram.
That's crazy, right?
Crazy.
It's actually hilarious.
Crazy, bro.
Bro, these girls really be catfishing, man. But
well, I mean, you can change your online image however you want. If you're good with Photoshop and filters and makeup and all that, you can make yourself look really good online compared to in person.
The point I'm trying to make is, like, where her, like, it's amazing how their logic doesn't make sense. Oh, well, I want this type of guy. All right, you know what that type of guy typically wants back in return? No, but it doesn't matter. I want him.
Exactly. That was we saw that on the whatever podcast yesterday. We saw that exact thing where she's like, I don't like those type of guys. It doesn't matter. You're the seller and he's the buyer, so you need to know.
Well, do you think he's gonna want you back? Like, you know, like, you want this guy to have these traits or whatever, but then you want it, like, they don't get it. Like, I want to be liberal and free and open and do whatever I want, but I want an assertive dominant man. An assertive dominant man is gonna tell your ass to sit at home and stop being a whore. Like,
literally.
Bro, like, these girls don't get it.
But this is why they're forever single.
Yeah.
And they wonder why I can't find a man. It's so hard out here.
But they don't want to
It's hard because you're an idiot and make bad decisions.
change. Like, I find it incredible how men are willing to change, men are willing to self-improve and do what's required
Yup.
to be attractive, to get a mate, but women are not willing to do that shit, bro. And this is why I tell y'all.
No, what they're willing to do is lie and hide and obfuscate and manipulate and manipulate and trick and like. Why don't you just put in the effort?
The older they get, the more they don't want to change. Your girls, and that chick is almost 30 years old. You think she gonna change, bro?
Yeah. It's like going
28 years old. She's not gonna change.
It's like going fishing, right? And the guy's using a fishing rod to catch fish. But she said, you know what? I use an apron. It don't fit. It don't work. It doesn't work, brother. That makes no sense to me. But hey, that's what they think, right?
Yeah. It's just crazy, dude. It's like when girls look at it like, I deserve my dream man no matter how he behave, and I'm not gonna change for him.
Yeah.
But what they don't realize is that their dream man had to change a bunch about him to become the dream man.
Well, exactly. Yes. To be a strong, dominant, assertive, powerful guy requires lots and lots and lots of effort. And if we see that the effort isn't being reciprocated at all, like, what are we going to do?
Like, isn't that fucking crazy? Like, the math never maths with these liberals. Like, it just doesn't math. Like, I'll never forget, there was this viral TikTok. I don't know, Mo, can you dig it up for it real quick? This woman says, well, I'm a liberal, and I'm super, woke, but I find that traditional conservative guys are way more attractive.
It's a girl in a car driving,
Yeah,
right?
it's a girl in a car.
So you're an idiot because you don't understand. You need to be the kind of girl that guy wants. And if you're not that girl, then he's not going to pick you. You don't understand.
A white girl.
Yeah.
I've seen that before,
and
too.
she's like,
Yeah.
I'm attracted way more to traditionally conservative guys, but I
I just want to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it, and just post on Instagram and go on OF.
I'm liberal, and I don't know, it just doesn't work. And it's like, change, you fucking idiot. But she refuses, like, she can't see the writing on the wall. It's like, yeah, these guys don't take you serious or want you back because you won't change.
I firmly believe most of these liberals are insane. Now, question.
No, they're not. They're not insane. They're not intellectually curious or sophisticated. They're not sophisticated in the sense that they have trouble with nuances. They have trouble with shades of gray. To them, everything is black or white. If you're not with me, you're against me. That's their principle. They don't understand that if a guy is not with you, probably there's a reason.
Yeah, they are.
What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again for different results.
That one. Yep.
I want different results.
We'll play that one
right
after.
there.
Yeah, we'll play it after.
It's kind of crazy because they've been literally seeing in real time bad experiences with men, doesn't work out.
Actually, let's play it now.
It's funny because at this point, they see the writing on the wall, but they're still so hard and insane that they say, you know what? Maybe one day it'll change, but it never does. So
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
No, they're just not logical. They're just emotional, right? They think that when something is against them, it's because it doesn't like them, right? Not because it's actually correct. Because right and wrong to them doesn't matter.
Never understand how, they want this type of dude, but they're not willing to change to get that dude. And the older they are, the more stuck they are in their ways. I've come to realize, bro, if a chick is in her late 20s and she's single, she ain't never changing, by the way, guys. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening. Every time I've ever talked to a girl above 27 and she's been chronically single or whatever it is, and she has a woke mindset, or she's on some bullshit, she has some this
masculine, entitled, disrespectful attitude.
Men can't tell me shit type attitude like that chick had.
Yeah. It's
a fucking rap, bro. It's an absolute rap. They're never gonna, because what'll happen is this: they'll find one guy, right? He'll come in. They'll kind of change for him. He'll tell him, he'll come in, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you? You ain't gonna be doing all this, and you're gonna take these pictures down, blah blah. And then they'll do it for a bit. They'll have one argument.
Then they'll regress. Yep.
They'll look back on their Instagram. They'll see how many dudes want to still get with them. They'll go on their dating app, see all the thousands of messages. They'll think, you know what? I could replace this guy. And then they leave. And we've done this question.
Over and over.
Question the other day. I said, I asked the women on the panel, has your abundance on Instagram and dating apps in general allowed you to leave relationships much more comfortable? And all of them said yeah.
Because again, we've talked about this many times on the show, but anyway, Instagram is the world's biggest dating app. So if your girl's on it, she's on the dating app. Congratulations. So there it is.
Like, it's like a safety net for them, where it lets them think, okay, I got this guy, he checks off all my boxes, I'm attracted to him, but he did something I don't like. He told me I can't post on Instagram, or he told me to stop going out on girls' nights, or insert thought activity here, right? That this guy limited. They don't like that. So they go on their Instagram and they're like, oh, well, look at all these guys that want me. I don't have to deal with this. Then they get their girlfriends. Girl, you deserve better. Then they got TikTok. Yeah, you deserve the best. There's plenty of guys out there like that. Don't worry, you can find another one, right? Or like the other bimbo that says, I'm a bartender. I meet these minors all the time, man. I'm around them all the time, right?
Yeah, but how many of them are trying to marry you? How many of them are vetting you to be their wife, as opposed to sleeping with you and then dropping you like a can of rocks?
So they get this false sense of like abundance, right? And they say, you know what, fuck it. And they break up the relationship.
Yep.
And then they go
like an idiot.
Hot girl summer, or whatever it may be, and they can't find the guy. And I'm telling y'all, man, social media, alongside feminism, alongside, TikTok, dating, casual dating, video, like all of these things have made it where women have an abundance mindset on steroids to the point it's actually detrimental to them.
Well, yeah, we already know that. It's what is it called? The 49er, the 4 who thinks that she's a 6 that deserves a 9, but she's actually a 4.
This is why we tell people
they end up crying on live eventually.
in the chat in a real time.
That's funny.
You can't be what? Captain Save-A-Ho. And you called it earlier. You said because, think about it. If she's actually going to change for you, and this is her past of maybe talking to different guys, having options, being a hoe, being a stripper, whatever, the moment you take the wrong action against her, or you kind of like hurt her feelings, you kind of like, put her in that spot where she's like, you know what? This guy was good, but I'm tired of him. What do they do? They switch back to their normal behavior, which is dotting, whatever they did before in the past.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I just saved her. You didn't. You just prolonged.
Once an idiot, always an idiot. That's the principle here.
Actual normal state. So
yeah,
it just sucks, man.
This is why it's better to get with a girl. And you guys always say, oh, Myron, you're fresh. You guys advocate guys get with younger women. That's actually stupid. Those girls aren't traveled and they're blah, blah, blah. Well, they haven't built up these bad habits yet, bro.
Yeah.
When you deal with a chick that's like that girl, and here's the thing. I know some
absolutely no chance. If you're with a girl like that, 0 chance. You're just going to end up miserable.
Myra, why are you arguing with them? It's like arguing with a brick wall. It's to let you guys know because there's so many
no matter what you say or do, they won't change. That's why he does it.
Girls that think like her. That chick, guys, go watch the last after hours that we had with the girl that has the fucked up face with the acne or whatever, bad skin. Yeah, I know. The reason why I made sure to challenge all of her points is because she is the quintessential example of the modern day woman in the United States in 2023. I want to live my life. I'm going to do what I want to do. No man can tell me shit. I'm happy single, blah, blah, blah. She goes.
Exactly. It's absolutely disaster. Like, nightmare girl. Like, and again, prideful to be an idiot.
Goes ahead and blabs out all the typical feminist talking points, right? And then the other thing too, I don't know if y'all noticed this, every time we made a valid critique of someone on the panel, she said, no, don't listen to them. You go, girl, blah, blah, blah. You deserve it. Or you're special. She literally said, her friend, the bartender chick that she brought with her, you can't make this shit up. She literally says to her, right? And this is why our podcast is so goddamn important for y'all. Like, the after hours, if you really watch it and analyze it, you are going to learn so much about female nature, bro. Not just me arguing with them, but you guys really see it. The girl says, oh, I deserve a guy that makes $500K a year. Oh, top 1%er.
No chance.
And I said, okay. That top 1% is probably going to have requirements in return for what he's bringing because he's extremely rare. He's a special one, not you. What do you bring to the table? Her dumbass friend, right? Fucked up face girl, says, she's totally special. She has a chemistry degree. She's smart. She can make a great drink.
She's
and
a
in my head, I'm
bartender?
like, she's a bartender. I'm like,
Yeah.
bruh, this doesn't make her
How does that equate you to a person that makes $500,000 a year?
special whatsoever. But this
That's
is what I'm trying
right.
to say when I say these women literally gas each other up to continue to make their bad decisions, to continue to be delusional, to continue to not want to self-improve. Like, it's amazing to me how, like, girls will sit there and prop each other up when they're fucking losers. That chick is a regular ass girl.
Yeah, regular girl does not deserve a $500,000 guy a year at all.
Regular ass girl. And her friend is over here like, dude, she's bomb. Like, she can make an awesome drink. She literally led with the fact that she can make an awesome drink.
Wow. She's special, bro.
Like,
I'm telling you.
You deserve a guy that makes $500,000 a year because you can make a fucking awesome drink. Like, dude, the math ain't fucking mathing. You know?
Yep, that's called entitlement and idiocy.
How many female bartenders are there in fucking Miami? That's what you're gonna lead with? That she can make a great drink?
A dime a dozen.
Yo. But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. And again, to the women's defense, this isn't me just bashing females. To their defense, it's kind of like indoctrination. Like, they can't avoid it. Think about it.
Everywhere they ever go, they're told that they're special and different and beautiful and everything's great. Yeah, it's not great. Okay, let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all for notifications, drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian L. Tom, Bobby, Dylan, Renaissance Prince, and Brian. Shout out to you, most recent Patreon subscriber. My Patreon can be found at patreon.com/theheliosblog. Buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. If you want coaching, message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening, especially if you listen to the end. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.